Hello, beautiful people. In today's episode, we're going to look at the brain and forgiveness. The brain is a magnificent object inside your head, but we don't understand it very well. And I think and I believe and I've witnessed that if you understand your brain properly, you can do a lot more with it. One of the things I often tell people is that know yourself so that you can adapt any tool to yourself and move forward. But one of the main aspects of this is actually to understand how the brain works. Just like you would want to understand how muscle works when you're going to do certain exercise to be able to train properly for what you want to do, understanding how the brain works will help you exercise it so that you can move forward in a way that is positive for you. Think about it this way. People that are learning to play an instrument, well, they have different tricks and tips that are specialized to them and how they like to learn. This is the exact same thing when you're talking about forgiveness. It's not just about setting up a mindset. It's about teaching your brain to do something over and over again so that it becomes easy to do and you can get the benefit from it without needing to relearn everything and go through all the steps. So your brain basically learns all the time. We're not really taught to forgive ourselves in situations. We're often taught to say thank you, sorry, please, all those things. And we're taught that when someone, does bad to us, that at some point we need to forgive them. But this goes a bit deeper, because one of the big aspects that I like to teach is self-forgiveness. Now I'm gonna repeat this. Forgiving yourself does not mean you did anything wrong. It merely has to do with removing the weight off of your shoulders and off your brain, so that you can use your brain to problem solve, grow and learn in the world. The way the brain works is by creating neural pathways. Those pathways basically are like highways for information. And at first they start like small roadways, small streets, and the more you use them, the bigger they get and the more efficient they get at carrying information. So when learning about forgiveness, the main concept that I tell people is to do it a bit every day or every other day and stick to it for a month to actually build a habit. The good example I like to give is that if I told you to go to the gym tomorrow for 8 hours, you would look at me weird and you wouldn't see any result. But if I told you to go to the gym for 20 minutes every other day for a month, that would make sense to you. Well, it's the same thing for the brain. You cannot over push it because at some point it won't take any more information. You want to be able to give it information, you want the brain to be able to digest it, process it, integrate the information and keep going, just like you would do with your muscles. If you just go for 8 hours, you will just be in pain with no gain. Whereas if you go for a month, if you do it a bit every other day, you will see progress at the end of a month. Maybe it will be a bit easier to do it. And it's the same thing for forgiveness. You may find it really hard at first, but you don't need to start with the hardest part. And that's the other thing about the brain. The brain can learn even if you do easy things. Example, let's say you have a very traumatic event in your life. Put that aside. Today you're going to forgive yourself for not drinking enough water. Now, that may seem simple, but it will still teach your brain how to forgive yourself. And you just get to do that. And as it gets easier to do, as you get the feel for it, as you get to adapt yourself to it, then you can bring something a bit heavier. I didn't show up for myself that time because I did not feel confident. Well, forgive yourself for that. And slowly you can build over the different topics you want to work on. You don't need to dive into the worst of the bad right away. Your brain does not require that. It's a learning process, it's a learning curve. Now you get to choose how deep and how fast you want to go. But you don't need to go to the darkest place to begin with. You can start very light and still build a habit. Again, think about if you go to the gym for the first time or if you train for a marathon. You're not going to train to run a 45k in 2 weeks. You're going to run and you're going to train for a smaller marathon so that you can get used to it. So you can get to learn about your body, about yourself. The brain is the same thing. You need to learn how do you react to certain input. How do you ingest information? Maybe for you, it takes 3 days to integrate information, which means you need to adapt the way you're going to learn around that, which is absolutely fine. We're all different on that. Maybe for you it's good to do it for 3 hours in one session and 3 days off. Maybe it's going to be good 15 minutes every day. You need to learn that, and the only way to learn that is to actually do it. Understanding how your brain works is really key here. Because I can give you like an exercise, but if you're unable to apply it on your strengths and how it would serve you the best, then it won't serve you the best. And you're going to waste energy, and you may feel like it's not moving you forward. It's way better for something to serve you slowly than for you not to feel any of it. The brain runs your entire body, always. It controls your organ, it controls your breathing, it allows you to do everything you want to do, and it allows you to imagine everything you can possibly imagine. Because the brain is such an important organ, understanding it is important. And the good thing about it is that you can get to actually learn a lot about yourself in the process. Because you're not just asking questions about general concept, you're asking questions about yourself. And in doing so, sometimes or every time, I would invite you to actually ask you out loud the question, why am I like this? By listening to yourself saying it, your brain is going to process it. And even if the information does not come out right away, you're seeding your brain to work on that element, which means in your subconscious, something is going to start to happen. And maybe that answer is going to show up. Maybe it's going to show up in a week. Maybe it's going to show up right away. But that little trick is basically asking yourself certain things out loud to engage different senses, which are going to overtake your brain to actually do something and give you the piece of information. And with that, you can target the forgiveness you want to do. And like I said, if you don't know where to start, or if you don't want to go into the dark, start with something simple. I didn't go for a walk today. Well, I'm gonna forgive myself for that, for not taking time for me. Forgiveness is like reading a book. You have good chapters and you have bad chapters. And the beautiful thing about it is you somewhat get to choose where you want to start. It is a bit like build your own journey kind of book. And in that, you get to learn about yourself, which means in turn, other things will be better. Because understanding yourself, your inner working and your brain will actually help you navigate the world better. Understand what are your triggers. You may think they are related to food, for example, but really they're not. They're related to that experience you had a long time ago when someone told you no. And by being able to discover the relationship in your brains that are there, the connection that exists, you'll be able to apply forgiveness to negate the bad part, keep the knowledge, and move forward. And you'll be able to build and reinforce those highways in your brain that connect the good information that serves you all the time. And because you use them, if you end up in a situation where you think forgiveness could be a good tool to calm you down, to relax you, to deal with something, then you'll be able to use it in an instant. Instead of having to go home and maybe go for the walk or go to your meditation room or do what it is that serves you. It becomes an instant tool because your brain is used to it. Just like a musician is just able to sit in front of his instrument and play after a while. Whereas if you ask someone that has just started learning from a week ago, they won't be able to do that. This is the nature of the brain. It has to do with learning over time. So accept that fact, and some people may learn faster than others. But forgiveness is not just about learning, it's about looking inward. If you understand your brain, then you'll know which key you want to use and when, and you'll be able to move forward toward your goal. I love speaking about the brain because it is your main tool and it connects to the mind and the spirit. Next week, we will touch on the spirit aspect of things.